Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're taking a deep dive into something, well, let's be honest, most people find kind of confusing and maybe even a little bit boring.
Yeah, insurance isn't exactly known for being the most exciting topic.
It's not, but it is important, right? We don't want to be caught off guard when something unexpected happens.
Absolutely. Being properly insured can give you some real peace of mind, knowing you and your loved ones are protected.
Exactly. And that's what this deep dive is all about. Getting to the truth about insurance, separating fact from fiction.
We're going to be busting some common insurance myths today using some great insights we got from the folks over at Diversified Insurance Brokers.
Yeah, they were a fantastic resource. And, it's kind of crazy how much misinformation is out there about insurance. Like, some people think life insurance is just for older people, which is so not true.
Yeah, that's a big one. And, thinking like that could actually end up costing you a lot of money down the road.
Okay, so myth number one, life insurance is only for the elderly. Why do you think this myth is so common?
I think because, when you're young, you feel invincible, right?
Totally. You're not really thinking about what's going to happen years down the line.
Exactly. And I get it. But here's the thing. Life insurance is actually way more affordable when you're younger. The younger and healthier you are, the less risk you pose to insurance companies.
So you get lower premiums.
You got it. It's all about risk assessment. So it really makes sense to lock in those low rates early on, even if you don't have dependents yet.
And even without kids, life insurance can help cover things like, oh, I don't know, student loans or other debts.
For sure. It can even help fund future goals like starting a business or buying a house.
It's like getting a super sale price, but for something as important as protecting your future.
Exactly. It's an investment in your peace of mind.
Okay, myth busted. On to the next one. A lot of people think their employer-provided life insurance is enough coverage. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, employer-provided life insurance is definitely a good starting point, but it's often not enough.
Not enough? What do you mean?
Well, the coverage is usually pretty limited, often only 1 or 2 times your annual salary. And now think about it, is that really enough to cover your family's expenses if something were to happen to you?
Probably not.
Right, and then there's also the risk of losing that coverage if you change jobs.
Yeah, that's true. These days, people switch jobs all the time.
Exactly, so it's crucial to think about what your family would really need and consider getting supplemental coverage to fill in any gaps.
So don't just assume you're covered. It's worth looking into. All right, next up, let's talk about annuities. Ugh, annuities. It's like this word that makes everyone nervous.
Yeah.
Because there's this myth that annuities are bad investments because of all the fees. I mean, people worry about hidden cost all the time, right? So how much of that is true with annuities?
So fees can be a concern with some investments, yeah, and annuities are no exception. But it's important to understand that not all annuities are created equal.
Okay, so break it down for us. There are different types of annuities.
Yes, there are variable annuities, which can sometimes come with higher fees because they're tied to market performance. So, there's more risk involved.
Makes sense. Higher risk, higher fees.
Right. But then you have fixed and indexed annuities, which are designed for more stable growth, guaranteed income, and often with very low fees.
Hold on. Fixed and indexed. What's the difference between those?
Sure. So a fixed annuity gives you a guaranteed rate of return. It's predictable, very similar to like a safe savings account specifically for retirement. An indexed annuity, on the other hand, links its growth to a particular market index, so it has the potential to grow more, but it also has some protection against market downturns.
Got it. So it really just depends on your individual needs and how much risk you're willing to take on.
Exactly.
All right, moving right along. Let's tackle another big myth, the one about Medicare covering all your long-term care needs. Can you set the record straight for us on that one?
Yeah, this is a big misconception that can cause a lot of problems later on. Medicare does play a role in covering some healthcare costs, but it's very limited when it comes to long-term care.
Limited. In what way?
Well, Medicare might cover short-term skilled nursing care if you need it after a hospital stay, but it generally doesn't cover the kind of ongoing long-term care you might need for things like assisted living or in-home care.
And that stuff can get really expensive, can't it?
Oh, yeah. The folks at Diversify Insurance Brokers told us the cost of long-term care can be over $100,000 per year.
$100,000 per year. That's crazy. It's more than most people make.
Yeah, it can be a huge financial burden. So planning for long-term care is really crucial. It's not just about protecting your savings. It's about ensuring your comfort and quality of life as you get older.
It's a good reminder that we need to be proactive, not reactive when it comes to these things. Okay, so let's wrap things up with one last myth. Burial insurance is a scam or unnecessary. A lot of people are skeptical about this one, right?
Rightfully so. I mean, who wants to think about.
Yeah, not the most pleasant topic.
Exactly. But the reality is funerals can be expensive. The average cost is somewhere between $8,000 and $12,000.
That's a lot of money to drop on your family when they're already grieving. It's like you said earlier, it's about peace of mind.
For everyone involved.
I actually used to think burial insurance was kind of unnecessary. But then my grandmother passed away a few years ago, and the unexpected expenses really put a strain on my family. It made me realize how important it is to plan for these things, even if they're uncomfortable to think about.
It's about easing the burden on your loved ones during a difficult time.
Absolutely. Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today, busted some serious myths, and hopefully helped our listeners make more informed decisions about their insurance needs.
It all comes down to being proactive and understanding your options, right?
Exactly. And remember, you don't have to navigate this alone. If you're looking for some guidance or want to learn more about different types of insurance, I highly recommend checking out the resources over at Diversified Insurance Brokers. They've got tons of helpful information on their website, and their experts can answer any questions you might have.
They're a great resource.
So don't wait until it's too late. Take control of your financial future and get yourself and your loved ones the protection you deserve.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, that's it for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.
See you.